The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday starts now.
Good evening from Mike Egan Field, Mount Washington, Kentucky. Tonight, a division title on the line. Joe Cox and QB1 Marty Lowe with you here to bring you the Bullitt East Chargers, the Mayo Bulldogs, a rivalry, Marty, that I think got an extra kick of adrenaline a couple years ago when these two teams played twice. They played for the district crown, and then they played for the state crown. And, of course, Bullitt East won both of those games. I was kind of joking with the Bullitt East folks tonight because this press box is a lot bigger, a lot fancier, the field a lot smoother. It has really keyed their program, and so it means something extra to these folks tonight when these two teams match up.
Sure feels like success to me. I mean, you get your new stadium, been a couple years into it. Programs, definitely continuing to rise, but you got two future state champions going against each other tonight. Going to be a very competitive game. Obviously injuries are things they're going to have to deal with, but, where these programs are and where they've been, in the recent past also. So think about nothing more than a competitive game, but a great night, wonderful night for some football.
Absolutely. You mentioned it. It's the elephant in the room. Mayo as banged up as I can remember any high school team being. Even at this late point in the season, it's unusual. You're going to hear some comments from Coach Chris Wolf. He's already said to me 5 offensive starters out this week. So it's a big ask. This is a Bullitt East team that, again, can have its way. They've been very good in recent years, and yet Mayo, coming in, certainly would have been thought of as a superior team, but all of the injury issues really give this game some mystery.
Well, I mean, Coach Wolf, he's been doing this for a long, long time, so, not new to deal with injuries, but, how he takes care of his young quarterback and, being down a running back and even a star offensive lineman too. So, I'm sure Bullitt East will, dial some things up, and try to give him some different looks to deal with, but I would surely think he'd take care of him, obviously run game, screens, and we'll see if he can get these athletes out in space.
Before we go any further, tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Blinds Direct, offering custom blinds, window shades, wallpaper, and more. With over 30 years of serving Louisville, make Blinds Direct your choice for home decor. It's about 70 degrees, as you said, Marty. Beautiful night. Going to settle into the low 60s as we go. Not a lot of wind, not a big threat of precipitation. Just should be a nice night for a competitive football game.
This late in the season, and to still be a lot of people still wearing T-shirts, and it's a little bit crisp, but still nice. And they'll get lathered up and give a run at it here shortly. Absolutely.
District title on the line. Bullitt East in Mayo. On the other side of this break, some pregame thoughts from Mayo head coach Chris Wolf. Stay tuned here on Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct. Not just blinds.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com. Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit online at polorealestategroup.com.
Joe Cox catching up with Coach Chris Wolf ahead of tonight's battle with Bullitt East. District title on the line. And that's got to be, always a point of pride. I know the goals at Male are about as high as they can be, but you got to start there, right?
Well, yes, and you're in week 9, so you're just trying to win a game. I don't know that you're going to play any harder with it being the district title or not. I think it's just you got a good opponent here who's had success, and we're just trying to put it together for them.
Well, and you mentioned late in the season, and certainly, it's been a growing theme, but your team pretty banged up this week. You got a fair number of guys, it looks like, who might be or will be on the shelf for this one. Yeah,
I think offensively we may be down 5 starters from where we were probably looking at mid-season. Mm-hmm. I know we had lost Isaiah Johnson, who was a 3-year starter at guard for us after the PRP game, which was a big blow because I think he was an all-district guard, one of the best guards I've had. And then add on top of that probably 4 more starters tonight. It's going to be a different look for sure.
Well, how much does that vary what you do? Is there a lot of back to the drawing board, or is there just we plug in, the next guy up and try to recreate the same thing? How much do things change?
Well, I can tell you my reaction after Tuesday's practice was it looked like we were getting ready for our second scrimmage with all the new faces back there. And having to coach the finer details on just about everything, and in some of the major details on some of our concepts. So it's going to be a challenge. Nobody's going to feel sorry for Male, so we're just going to have to see what we can do.
Any of the younger guys who you're really seeing some signs from? You got to look at that 2 ways. It's also an opportunity for some guys maybe to assume a bigger role or see more snaps.
Well, last week after Chase went down, we went to Markalen Churn. He had not had any carries all year. Mm-hmm. He was injured in the early season, so his first carry was last week. So we'll be relying on him, and Sweeney is back this week. So we'll have 2 fairly inexperienced backs to try to fill in the void for Chase, and then on the O-line we've shuffled people around, and we'll just see how that turns out.
Yeah, your defense had a good effort last week, and obviously some of the guys hurt impacts there. But it's been a pretty solid season with a few exceptions on the defensive side of the ball. Are you happy with what you're seeing there right now?
I'm extremely pleased with the defense. There's been growth for every week. We've continually kept trying to clean up some of the mistakes starting all the way back in the scrimmages, and each week really just an emphasis on not making the same mistake twice getting better at our base defense. And I think last week we played base defense most of the time. So, and they did a really good job. I think the longest run was at the very end of the game, but prior to that, I think we only gave up 2 explosives, and one was at the very end of the game, like the second play to the end of the game. So 1 explosive through the whole game was pretty good.
Yeah, can't do a lot better than that, but the Bulldogs now move on to play for a district title tonight against Bullitt East. Stay tuned here on Glycod.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles? Count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training. The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Bullitt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
(1965) male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel